Hello, guys, and welcome back to another update on this beautiful Monday evening. I'm sorry for not making any updates for last week and maybe even this weekend. We were just such in a time crunch and everything, and a lot of things have happened. We haven't catched up on the damaging wind that happened, the earthquake, the solar eclipse. So we're gonna talk about those stuff first. Starting off, last Wednesday we have had a lot of damage throughout the whole entire tri-state area in New Jersey and New York and Long Island. We've reported over 60,000 power outages in New Jersey alone, the most being in the western counties. Winds were gusting repeatedly over 50 miles an hour. This storm really overperformed, in my opinion. What we saw in our town, yeah, it was a lot more widespread. Large tree limbs down. Definitely a lot of things flipped over. Bricks thrown all over the place. So much debris to clean up. But some people got hit harder. Some people got almost up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And oh boy, in Bergen County, we've seen bricks that completely demolished the building from that fierce wind. A whole patio cover flew off this metal protector completely flew off and uprooted, turned upside down in Mercer County. Very wild damage there. We've had lots and lots of severe thunderstorm wind reports. And these winds really gusted the most around 4 to 5 p.m. And they still continue to be very strong. Very strong. These winds were howling. These winds were shaking your house from time to time. So we will not forget this event. What incredible damage it has done here. It's really something. Even though we didn't have tornadoes, we did have lots of straight line wind damage, and I showed you in a couple of these short videos what it has done. But we're over with that, and a long time over with that. So, Wednesday was a wild day, but we got into Thursday, a day after the storm. And actually, Friday, we had a 4.8 magnitude earthquake that shook the region all across New Jersey on 10:23 a.m. on Friday. Boy, did that knock some things down. I looked in my room and I was like, what the heck just happened here? My cars were completely thrown off the shelf. One of the shelves was detached. Even some heavy objects were really shooken. A lot of photo frames all across New Jersey. Some wall art was smashed. That's how powerful that earthquake was. It was about 10 to 15 seconds. But was that some immense shaking from that earthquake? And it was confirmed it was an earthquake. No tsunami is expected, thank God. But yeah. And we're up to now. It's the solar eclipse on Monday, guys. What an amazing view. If you haven't seen the solar eclipse, we had 91% totality at 3:22 p.m. today, and it was a really fantastic view. We couldn't be in New York though, because they had a full total solar eclipse, and it was just beautiful there. I'll send out possibly some videos, some shorts on that, because that was a really beautiful and amazing view. But with all things said, we had a lot of things that just happened over the last couple days. But those things are over. And we have to get into the future, because we have some concerning things to talk about. So, we're going to start off with today. Today, we did see some clouds, and that really prevented the solar eclipse that had a perfect view was forecasted, but then some clouds started to block that solar eclipse. So it was kind of a really challenging day for that solar eclipse. But We had high temperatures all the way up to 68, 69, near 70. And we had a steady wind of 5 to 10 miles an hour today. That wind has calmed down for the most part in the evening. Not anything to worry about. But we're going to talk about how much it warms up tomorrow. We're going to be seeing temperatures all the way up to 80 possibly in some of the region in New Jersey. So a wild weather swing is expected. We do see this trough starting to dig into the south. We have severe storms going on through Texas at this time, and these could be producing large hail, tornadoes, and damaging winds all over again. This pattern has been violent. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this pattern is keep on training and keeps on delivering these heavy rainstorms and severe weather all across the country. So, yeah, it's a very active pattern. And honestly, I'm expecting that for the whole entire week this week. Well, I mean, the end of this week, but like, still. We have showers and thunderstorms along a line across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, even up to Ohio maybe. We're going to have another piece of energy to watch for as, again, the Ohio Valley might get another type of severe weather front. And watch this. A very strong signal of some severe weather is likely over Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana. So tornado outbreak is possible once again. It's just a little weaker. But again, we can't rule it out. We really can't rule it out. But you get the idea. Texas, deep south, Louisiana, they keep getting hit by these severe weather threats. And honestly, I'm expecting that for the rest of April. And then that threat will start to shift a little bit up to the north. And oh boy, will it be nasty here on Thursday and Friday. We have a 993 over Missouri. Very heavy rain to the west of this. Very heavy rain. These are some gusty winds. And we do have this line of showers and thunderstorms down to the south. Obviously, probably severe. But you see how warm of a system this is. Like, the cold air is all the way back into Canada at this point. There's really no cold air with this storm. So, there won't be no snow with this. But as a fact, we have a 991 over Illinois. Very strong storm. These tight isobars are starting to get even tighter. And that's going to produce another and yet another damaging wind threat in New Jersey. We've seen so many of these, and I'm expecting more and more. So expect this to be more common. And this won't be just a rare occurrence now. This is going to be more common throughout the days of April and May and June. Wow, a 987 over Michigan center right over. This could be producing a severe weather threat for the Ohio Valley. Look at this line of showers and storms to the south maybe. Oh my goodness, this wind is starting to get really gusty, really ramping up on Friday. We get to Friday morning, nasty showers and thunderstorms possible just to the west of Jersey, just to the west of East Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, D.C., and then once we get a little bit later into Friday, nasty storms, really nasty. And you know what this means? This could be a nocturnal event. I'm not saying nocturnal tornadoes, but you see this? This means this storm has nothing to do with daytime convection, because this storm just really wants to put out the bomb in the mid-Atlantic, and we could be seeing severe weather once again, except this will probably be in the nighttime hours or Friday morning. So we're going to have to watch this. We might be a little later up for this event on Thursday evening, because this could be a really nasty event. And then once we get into Friday morning, things finally start to exit out. We have very heavy rain, some thunderstorms over New Jersey. We're going to have to watch if these go severe. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. This leaves out a very strong wind field. Look at these isobars over the Ohio Valley. These are 50 to 60 gusts plus. Like, I'm not kidding. And then, finally, once we get into Saturday, things do start to calm down. Yes, there is a little bit of cold air up north. That's not going to reach into New Jersey. But the main story, again, the isobars are going to be cranking on Friday. We're going to be seeing some very gusty winds. I'm expecting another damaging wind threat, possibly. We talked about so much, and this pattern is going to keep persisting. Honestly, I wouldn't be doing these videos if we didn't have anything going on. Like, I know, like, February, it was a little calm and like, whoa, like, is spring gonna be that calm of a transition? Or it's like not gonna be raining every day? Like, people were skeptical. But these big nor'easters keep coming in, and from the west, they really develop. And the problem is, if we had this in the winter, we would have feet and feet of snow. We get maybe even 6 feet of snow. But unfortunately, this is in April and May. So you have to flip that snow side of the equation to that severe weather. So that's what we get in the exchange for that winter side. So unfortunately, there's some really nasty weather. And then I think next Saturday, it's going to be very windy and breezy. Very windy. That is a lot. I just want you to process all that information that went in your brain. We are not ending this weather pattern. But let's look at the temperatures because, let's go into tomorrow because it's going to be baking. And I'm not joking, baking, because it's literally going to be baking. This is around 4 p.m. tomorrow. Let's zoom into the mid-Atlantic right in here. Look at this. Look at these temperatures. 74. Yeah, you hear that? 74 in Middlesex, 72 in Trenton, 75 in Philly. These get even warmer possibly. 76 in Philly, 73 all across the Delmarva, all the way up to New York. We see temperatures in the 70s. Yeah, that's definitely not an everyday thing. They finally start to cool down, but look at these temperatures, man. They get all the way up to New York. This is really insane. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I mean, all the way up to Boston. Okay, Boston may have that sea breeze, but nonetheless, they can still get up to 60. Okay, and then this heat starts to dissipate. But I'm going to zoom in all the way until Friday because we do have this massive front that might come through. And right in here, we see very warm temperatures ahead of this. And then they do start to crash down behind it. Not like anything severe by any means. This isn't like a full 20 to 30 degree drop. I mean, it will get cold. It's just, it won't be as bad. We'll still have temperatures in the lower 40s. But that is still cold and pretty below average. So I will take that in consideration. Now, if we look at the dew points for that day, I do want to look at this because it has shifted a little less aggressive. Just a tad little bit. But you get the idea. Thursday night, we have dew points all the way up to the 60s. Yes, all the way up to the 60s in Philly. So, this is not that good. Because these thunderstorms could be nocturnal if we have these ingredients in play. We get into Friday morning, this dew point field starts to stretch out. I mean, we still have dew points near 60 in Jersey. So I mean, even as we get into midnight, look at this. There's even this area of blue that wants to enter in New Jersey, and that could be that severe storm that's possible. Even though we lose that daytime heating, these storms don't have a problem because they could be still nocturnal. And I mean, these dew points still continue. But after that front comes through, look at these dew points that start to drop down drastically. We start to see dew points in the 30s, and then they really start to dry out. Yes, so gonna be watching that thunderstorm chance once again on Thursday and Friday. Yup, I am really gonna be watching this very closely. Last thing that I want to look at, because we're not really gonna get in the specifics of anything yet, but I do want to look at the SPC because we do have an enhanced risk for Texas, for Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Arlington, Garland, Texas, even the Metroplex, DFW. Yeah, we do have another enhanced risk and another 5% chance of tornadoes, even in Austin. So it's definitely going to be an active night for them. And once again, that hail threat. The really large hail that's been really falling across Texas and the deep south, 3+ inches in diameter. Well, sorry to say, but unfortunately, we could be seeing 3+ inches of hail again in diameter. We could even see a 4. So, softball-sized hail still possible across that region. And I don't think it's going to end anytime soon with this stream of moisture keeps coming out of the central U.S. and keeps developing into a massive storm for the east. Very, very impressive. Very impressive season to start. But however, the day 2 convective outlook, another enhanced risk. This really highlights an area of very concerning tornado probabilities, 10% or higher. Significant severe EF2 or higher for Beaumont, Texas, Conroe, Huntsville, Lufkin. Thank God it is not the Metroplex, but we do have a 10% for Houston. So Houston, tomorrow, you guys gotta get your weather stations ready and your weather plan ready, because we could be seeing some strong tornadoes there. And the same thing for the hail threat. It's not as significant, but again, you gotta watch out. Gotta watch out. We still have a lot of large hail coming with this. Even like how a little marginal risk has been appeared in the Ohio Valley and Pennsylvania. Day 3, enhanced risk continues for the South, and we're talking significant severe for New Orleans, all the way into New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mobile, Jackson, Mississippi. So the severe weather down south is still ongoing and is still gonna be delivering. So it's really an active time. And then day 4, this doesn't end here. 15% chance of significant severe weather across the Ohio Valley, Ohio, Kentucky, and we have another risk for the deep south, all the way into the Carolinas, down to Florida. So another very active day. And you know what's so interesting with this? This storm is separate from this because this one is from the deep south. That's a separate low. But this one is going to be a developing low across Michigan. And that is going to really enhance that severe weather threat because they're near that low pressure. And that tornado threat could be a really concerning feature. And we're going to have to see if that 15% doesn't shift all the way up to the mid-Atlantic at night. So very active times. I cannot emphasize enough. So weather closure, basically today, tomorrow, and Thursday. I think we're going to be looking at sunshine and maybe a little bit of clouds, but I'm not expecting that much. I'm expecting a possible warm front coming through on Wednesday night into Thursday. That could be delivering a period of rain on Thursday. I'm expecting clearing throughout the afternoon on Thursday. However, that severe threat of strong to severe thunderstorms later on Tuesday night into Friday morning, we gotta watch this because we do have kinematics in the atmosphere. We have these strong dew points all the way up to the 60s. And once again, temperatures, they're still gonna be in the upper 60s. So, man, I don't know how else to say this, but this is just the beginning of a very wild, hyperactive severe weather season. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll give you guys any information if the Storm Prediction Center upgrades any risks for our area, for Dallas, for the South. And we'll see you tomorrow. Very likely we'll be on tomorrow. We won't be cutting our videos now. We are really behind. We need to catch up. So that's why today was a longer video. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday evening. I really hope you enjoyed that solar eclipse because it was something to watch. And if you didn't watch it, well, you have to wait till 2077 to watch it in the Northeast in Philadelphia. So with that, I'll wrap it up with here. And I hope you guys have a great Monday evening.